Hello and welcome to the problem of the week. The problem of the week, since this is the first one, let me explain to you a little bit about what I'm attempting to do here. The problem of the week is an attempt to help you stretch your minds. Problem of the week is a mathematically based problem that I will pose to you, and you will use your deductive skills and your problem-solving skills to answer it. Now, math level isn't really important. What is important is your ability to reason and to solve problems based on a set of parameters. So, I get the problems from different places, from textbooks, from standardized tests, or in this case, the pizza problem. I made it up. And hopefully it's not too easy. If it's too easy, you can leave that in the comments below, that you got it in 2 minutes and 32 seconds and it was just too easy for you. Or if it's too hard, you can tell me that too, and I can post a hint video to help you get the juices flowing in the right direction. So without further ado, maybe I should just get going with this pizza problem, which is the problem of this week, and you can get a feel for what I'm trying to do. So here's the setting. Let me paint you the setting here. You're at a party, and the food that you bring is a pizza, a circular pizza. It could be a big one, like a big Costco pizza or something. Okay, so you have this big pizza, and you have to cut exactly one piece for every guest that comes. So you can't have more pieces than the amount of guests you have. You can't have less pieces than the amount of guests that you have. It has to be exactly the same amount. Okay, and you have to cut the piece. When you cut the pizza, you can only make no fewer and no more than 5 cuts. So it has to be exactly 5 cuts from one edge of a pizza to the other edge of a pizza. Okay. So let's just go over this real quick. So you have the circular pizza. Okay. That's what your guests are going to eat. Pizza's round. Every guest has to get one piece. Exactly the amount of pieces that you cut need to match the exact number of guests at your party. And here's the biggest parameter, is you have to make exactly 5 straight cuts, okay, across the pizza. Okay, so it doesn't have to be a diameter, okay, but, oh, yeah, and let me tell you this too, that the people at the party aren't the same size. There's some kids, there's some grown-ups and adults. So the size of the pizza pieces don't have to be the same. There can be bigger ones, there can be smaller ones. The main thing is that the amount of slices that you cut matches exactly the amount of people that show up at your party. And you're stuck to only making 5 straight cuts. So this doesn't count as a cut. If you start here at this edge and then you go like a circular cut like that and you do like squigglies, that doesn't count as a cut. This could count as a cut, okay, because I went straight across from one edge to another edge. Okay, so those are the parameters for the pizza problem. Now here's the task. This is what you have to do. First of all, let's imagine if 10 guests show up at your party. So 10 guests. You have to cut this pizza into 10 slices with only using 5 straight cuts. So get your scratch paper out, get a pencil out, make a circle on it. That'll represent your pizza. Make 5 cuts with your pencil. Can you make 10 pieces exactly? Okay, now that one's not too hard. It gets a little bit more difficult. The next three do. Okay, so the next one is, imagine 12 guests show up at your party. making 5 cuts on a different pizza, okay, on a different little thing. Pretend that 12 guests show up. So how are you going to use your 5 cuts in order to make exactly 12 slices of pizza? Okay, now you can think about that. Okay, the next one is kind of difficult. Imagine only 8 guests show up. How can you use your 5 cuts to make 8 pieces of pizza? And remember, a cut has to go from an edge to an edge. An edge of the pizza to another edge. An edge of the pizza to another edge. Okay? Now this is the hardest one, I think. If you can get this one, you're a super whiz problem solver. Imagine if 11 guests show up. Using your 5 straight cuts, how are you going to make exactly 11 slices of pizza to give each one of your guests exactly 1 slice of pizza? Okay, so that's the problem of the week. Do your best to try to figure that out. Scratch paper, circle, 5 cuts, 10 guests the first pizza, then you have a different party and 12 guests show up, then you have a different party, 8 guests show up. The last one and the hardest one, I think, is if 11 guests show up. Okay, so do your best to work on that, and hopefully you get it down. Please leave your comments below if it's too easy or if it's too hard, and subscribe, and that will be great. Other than that, good luck, and may the force be with you.